Okay, quick one. There's something I really want to talk about. Good afternoon. And now I'm not a marriage counselor or expert, but based on my own experience, so will I call it my little mistake in marriage, and I want to share it to my singles out there. So if you're a single and you're not yet married, or you're planning to get married, this message is for you. So come close, let's just discuss. Now I'm going to be sharing my own experience for free. Mind you, everyone is different, so my experience and yours might not be the same. My experience and yours might not really be the same, So if you find this useful, please apply it. It's going to help you. If you don't too, it's fine, because these are the things I wish I would have done. These are the things I wish I would have done if I was single, if I had known that nobody told me. And most times our parents will not really tell us. And number one, most people come to me to say, "Oh, I want to marry. I can't wait to marry a good man like yours. I can't wait to be treated and be pampered by a man." And with my own experience, I will ask them, What have you done for yourself before you want to get married?" One told me, "Oh, I just want to get married and I will find myself in the marriage." Girl, you lie. Yeah, sometimes it happens that you find yourself. Don't quote me wrong, but am I finding myself? Yes. But let me tell you, the speed you have, I have to fasten this video. The speed you have when you're single, you can't compare it. So, here is my own piece of advice to singles out there. Number one, find yourself. Discover yourself before you get married. If you want to learn a trade, please go ahead, start doing it, acquiring it now. If you want to get into a job or a business, give it time. If you open a business, maybe get matured for 1 year or 2 years before you rush into marriage. If you if you want to go into school, if time is still by your side, if you're still young, very young, I mean age wise 22, 23, 24, and 20, don't rush into marriage yet. Okay, finish your school. Now, I got married when I was in school. Before you quote me wrong, that's why I'm giving my own experience from my side of the story. I got married when I was in year one, at the end of year one in my university days, and I got married. Maybe I rushed, but thank God that I married a good person. It would have really affected me in the sense that the speed I had while I was single, I wanted to be a model and I was aspiring it. I've already gotten it already. It's just to build it strong. I was running. I wanted to be this kind of an entrepreneur or a business person, that's a career woman. When the real definition of a career woman, that was who I wanted to be, and that's who I am now. Don't quote me wrong, but it took time. As I got married, everything slow. That's what you will know. There's going to be slow time for you. If you want to rush, I will advise you, now you're single. Use all the opportunity you have. Rush. Get a job. Get into school. Get a business. If you want to start any, just do something while you're waiting for your Mr. Right to come. Because let me tell you, when marriage comes with its own responsibility. Unless you want to jump into marriage and jump out, which I don't advise. I got pregnant immediately after marriage, and my daughter was 3 months old, and I conceived again and gave birth to my second child. Now, I was a nursing mom. I got pregnant. Of course, you won't want to. When you're pregnant, there are some things you have to limit for your health, for the safety of your child, and for your life too. You have to slow down. Sometimes they will tell you, like my case, they will tell you you have to be on bed rest, and you really have to. At that point, you're not pursuing anything. You're just thinking about yourself, your life. Before you realize, 1 year is gone. Of course, 9 months, and you now give birth. The friends, the outing, the business, you start nurturing your child. This is for free. Don't come and drag me. I'm happy in my marriage very well. But this is my piece of advice to you out there, to the young ones asking for my advice. This is what I have to say. Of course, there are good parts, anyways, but this is my advice to you. Please find you first. If you have to, if you have opportunity between finding you, if you have all it takes to get you, to put yourself, set yourself in life first, please do it. The career women out there will bear me witness. They will know more what I'm talking about. So, by the time you give birth, like my case, I'm using myself for instance. I gave birth and I started nurturing. My child was 3 months. I conceived another one. I entered level 300. I was, here am I, carrying a baby on my hands with a heavy pregnancy. I was very heavy. Well, people would be looking at me, I was proud because, okay, now it favored me because my husband drops me off school and I didn't really do anything. I have family, friends around me, I have help. So it was just myself, taking care of myself and my child. Imagine that you didn't fall into this place where you don't have help, you don't have, your husband does not have a car. It's not going to be funny. I tell you, it's not funny. You now find yourself in those kind of pregnancy because you don't know who you are when you're going to get pregnant. That will really affect your health one way or the other, or you'll be asked to stay at bed rest. Now, are you in these few years of your life? Are you really finding you? No, you're just sitting. You're going to cook for the family, cater. Now, after giving birth, you have to give your time. If you don't have a help, like right now, all my help are gone and I'm just here doing the whole housewife stuff. You pick up your child from school. I have toddlers right now raising. You pick them up. I have a business. I just started. So now, by the time I go to work by 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 4 hours, 1:30. My children have closed from school. I have to leave work to go pick them up. I come back home. You have to, bathe them, feed them. Before you know, it's dinner time. You prepare them for the night and they sleep. Off you wake up in the morning again, 5, 4 o'clock to prepare for school. And this is your like everyday life for a year until they get to about 10 that they can stand on their own. Now, wait, by the time you check it out, you've wasted about 10 years of your life. But if you have opportunity now, here comes the difference. Now you're single, you acquire those business, you acquire those job, you learn those trade, you start up something. When marriage come, you're not gonna leave it. It will fall in. But it's difficult having a baby, trying to start up a business fresh. I didn't say it's not possible. But some people, they crashed. Some women crashed and they ended up being a housewife for the rest of their life. Because by the time you want to mix business, mix childbearing, mix marriage, mix everything, it is difficult. Nobody will tell you this for free. They will only tell you, oh, rush into marriage, everything will fall in place. Of course, everything will fall in place. Maybe your husband might even help you to establish the business. But go and ask how many women their husband raised business for if it actually worked. It didn't. It did not. Most 90% of them crashed because they could not mix child raising, parenting with business. But if they had started that business, established, maybe you have your workers, you got married and you started raising kids. Your workers will be there to fill in. You've had experience, you've built already. This is where I'm talking about. So my advice is, while you are single, please start building yourself. This is one thing I wish I would have done. Now I've started. When I finished giving birth to my second daughter, now my first daughter was a year and 4 months or 3 months. My second daughter was just 3 months old. I opened a business and the person that was supposed to run the business for me disappointed. I have to run it myself. Getting a worker, because I've not really I've not really established, I've not built yet. So it was difficult to get a worker, a staff to stay for me. I will go today, I won't come tomorrow. By the time I go today, tomorrow my child is running temperature. I have to stay for extra 1 week to recover. Do you understand me? This is where I'm coming from my own side of experience. At the point the business crashed. Oh, my husband invested a whole lot. And thank God, yes, I married a good man that never ever asked because he knew the situation on ground. Now I will back, imagine a year and 4 months old baby and a 4 months old baby. I will back this one and I'm carrying this one. No help. Where we lying now? Because help they disappoint. You cannot bank on the hassle. They might wake up one day and say they are leaving. Oh, if you're not married yet, you won't relate. They might wake up one day and you will be left to, you will still have to carry out your chores. You will still have to want to file in for that business. At the end of the day, you will struggle, and after struggling, it's telling on you. You will be so tired. But if you have started, and maybe your husband comes and boosts you and give you maybe the money and all that you need, but you've gained ground already. Just gain ground first. This is my own piece of advice. If marriage comes, fine. If marriage does not come, while you're waiting for your Mr. Right, please start building yourself. I was actually building myself. I was doing my business, I got into school, but I wasn't strong. I've not gained ground yet. Remember, I was at the end of year one, I got married. So throughout my university days, I was raising children and going to school. In fact, I even had extra year. I had extra year based on those periods. During exam periods was when my tummy would be so heavy. I skipped exam just for bed rest. Now I was asked to choose between my life, my baby's life, and the exam. And so I choose wisely. Of course, my child's life, my children are important, and my life, I have to be alive. And I came back the next year, I had to write my exam. This is what I'm talking about. It might not be for everybody. That's why I said this video is not for you. But if you find it useful, please sit and think twice. Now, while you're asking God, Father, you put all your energy asking God, Father, give me husband, give me marriage. Ask God for other things. It will be better when you bring your husband brings, especially in this economy. I wish I'd established a lot. I will support my loving good husband very well. But here am I trying to raise my business now. I've crashed 2 businesses. Oh, I'm sure. But it's true. Nobody will tell you this. But I'm here telling you for free using my own life experience. I just started. And thank God it's not too late because it's just 4 years yet. And I'm not coming to give advice in marriage anyways because I'm just still young in marriage. I'm just 4 years and I'm still finding me. I'm still finding my children. We are still growing. We are learning. So I'm not expert yet in marriage. So, but this is just my own advice.